Welcome to the Bermuda Triangle, where things vanish without a trace. There are many mysteries surrounding this area, but I'm going to tell you about one that really had me thinking. In 1945, an Army Air Corps pilot named Jimmy Buffett disappeared over the Bermuda Triangle. His plane was found crashed in a remote jungle, but there was no sign of Jimmy anywhere. The plane's radio was also missing, which was strange because it was not working properly when they took off. And even stranger, the pilot's body was never found. There are many theories as to what happened to him. One is that he was taken by aliens. Another is that the island he crashed on is uncharted, and the locals just took his body and buried it. But my favorite theory is that the pilot was actually the victim of a very unusual shark attack. You see, Jimmy Buffett was a very experienced pilot who would have known to keep flying until he reached land. So something must have incapacitated him. And what's more likely than a shark? They're known to attack planes. In fact, there were several shark attacks in the Bermuda Triangle before and after Jimmy's disappearance. Could this be the reason why? Do you feel that shiver down your spine? Is that unsettling feeling you get when you're about to tell someone a scary story around a campfire? Well, fasten your seatbelts, because today, we're diving into one of the most infamous mysteries of our time, the Bermuda Triangle. This is the area in the North Atlantic Ocean where planes and ships mysteriously vanish without a trace. And today we're focusing on two cases that really got under my skin, the Star Tiger and the USS Cyclops. It was a luxurious way to travel between the UK and Brazil. It's flying over the dangerous seas with a top speed of 186 miles per hour. But on January 1948, it vanished. All 25 people on board were never seen again. There was no crash, no life raft, nothing. This could have caused the ship's compass to malfunction, leading it off course and into the murky depths of the Bermuda Triangle. It's a haunting reminder of the mysteries that still exist in our world and the importance of respecting the power of nature. Some believe the ship may have struck a mine or a hidden reef, while others say it may have simply been lost in the storm. It was carrying a cargo of manganese, or when it sent out its last known communication, reporting calm seas and a following wind. But the ship never arrived at its destination, and it was officially declared overdue after 10 days. A search was conducted, but no trace of the ship was found. What is even stranger is that the ship was uneven missed until it failed to report for duty. It was just one of many ships sailing between the two ports, and no one thought much of it until it didn't show up. One minute they were flying high above the ocean, and the next, poof, they were gone. First up, we have the Star Tiger, a British South American Airways flying boat that was the pride of the company. There was a near collision with a mountain on takeoff, sick passenger who recovered mid-flight, and a fuel leak during a storm. But nothing could have predicted what happened next. After the plane went missing, there was a massive search operation involving ships and aircraft from several countries. But the only thing they found was some wreckage on an uninhabited island. It was enough to confirm the plane had crashed, but there was still no sign of the passengers or crew. Some believe the plane may have been flying through a microburst. It's a sudden downdraft that can cause even a jumbo jet to drop like a stone. Others say the plane was simply flying through a particularly bad patch of the Bermuda Triangle. Whatever happened, it's a chilling reminder of the power of nature and the limits of human understanding. Now, the Star Tiger had a history of weird occurrences. But that's not all, because now we're on to the USS Cyclops, a 509-foot-long U.S. Navy collier that was sailing from Rio de Janeiro to Salvador, Brazil, in March 1918. It's believed that the Cyclops may have been sailing through a magnetic anomaly, area of the ocean where the magnetic poles shift and distort. The Bermuda Triangle has been the subject of countless theories and speculation. But the truth is, we may never know what really happens to these ships and planes. So what do you think? Where is the Bermuda Triangle located? There's a lot of talk about the Bermuda Triangle, but where exactly is it? Let's go to the map. It's in the North Atlantic Ocean, just off the coast of Florida. It's basically a triangular area between Miami and Key West, Florida, and the island of Bermuda. There's a theory that ships and planes go missing in this area because of these 3 points. But actually, there's another explanation. It's a current that starts down here near Cuba and flows up towards Bermuda. But the Gulf Stream does something else too. It messes with the jet stream. The jet stream is this narrow band of strong winds, about 7 miles above the surface of the Earth. So it's very unlikely that a plane or a ship would become disoriented and end up crashing into the ocean, like they used to back in the 1950s. It goes across the United States from west to east. But where the Gulf Stream is, it kind of pushes that jet stream way up into the air. And when that happens, you get these really strong thunderstorms. And then after that, it heads over towards Europe. This is a really strong current. It can get up to about 9 miles per hour. It's warm water. The Gulf Stream is actually an extension of the Caribbean current, so it's bringing warm water from the Caribbean up towards the northern part of the Atlantic Ocean. There's an environmental feature that makes this area kind of dangerous. So if you were to draw a line from here to here and then here, connecting those points would give you a triangle. And that's the Bermuda Triangle. Now, this area has been of interest to people for a long time because some strange things have happened here. If we go down just a little bit further south, we see something called the Gulf Stream. And that's why Bermuda is such a great place to live if you like warm weather. This is what happens in the Bermuda Triangle. You get these really bad thunderstorms that can mess up your navigation, and they can down planes, and they can capsize ships. Now, back in the 1950s, a lot of planes were flying through the Bermuda Triangle without radar. And so they would often become disoriented in these storms, and they would end up crashing into the ocean. And that's probably what happened to a lot of the ships too. They just ran into bad storms and they sank. Today we have much better technology. We have radar, we have GPS. The Bermuda Triangle is a region in the North Atlantic Ocean where planes and ships mysteriously disappear. It's an area roughly the size of Florida, and it's been the subject of countless conspiracy theories. There's also the fact that the ocean floor suddenly drops off to incredible depths, creating a massive underwater trench. This, along with strong currents, makes it very easy for ships to get lost or capsized. Theories aside, there are some very real dangers that exist in this region, such as dangerous weather conditions and rogue waves. As for the planes that go missing, it's likely that they run into severe turbulence, which can shake things up a bit. You know, make the pilots question their life choices. I mean, it's not exactly clear why so many planes and ships go missing in this area. But whatever the reason, it's definitely one of the scariest places on Earth. So if you're anywhere near the Bermuda Triangle, watch your back. You might need it. Don't forget to leave a comment with your version of the truth. Hit that like button and subscribe so we can uncover one of the world's greatest mysteries together in the next episode.